Ever tried to game on a laptop that's either so bulky it feels like a brick, or so underpowered that even older titles stutter? Most of us have been there, dragging a heavy machine to a friend's place, only to watch the frame rate drop the moment we fire up the latest release. I've spent a lot of time hunting for a portable rig that can actually keep up with modern games without turning my lap into a sauna, and I think I finally found one that checks most of those boxes. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The Acer Predator Triton 300 SE is a 14-inch laptop that packs a 12th Gen Intel i7-12700H and an RTX 3060 graphics card into a chassis that's more at home on a coffee table than a gaming rig. Right out of the box you notice the matte titanium grey finish that gives it a sleek, low-key look, and the included sleeve makes it easy to toss into a backpack for a quick move to the next game night. The first thing that surprised me was how light it feels, under 4.5 pounds, so you can lug it around campus, to a co-working space, or even on a weekend road trip without feeling like you're hauling a piece of hardware that belongs in a server room. One of the most practical benefits for anyone who spends a lot of time on the screen is the 14-inch WUXGA display with a 165 Hz refresh rate. That resolution, 1920 by 1200, gives you a little extra vertical real estate compared to a standard 1080p panel, which is handy if you're editing videos or juggling multiple windows while you game. The high refresh rate translates into buttery smooth motion in fast-paced shooters, so you can actually see those split-second headshots without the blur that older laptop screens produce. I've been playing a fast-action battle royale on it, and the difference in fluidity compared to my previous 60Hz notebook is night and day. Speed is another area where the Triton really shines. The 512GB PCIe NVMe SSD, paired with 16GB of LPDDR5 RAM, means that the system boots in under 10 seconds, games load in the time it takes to grab a snack, and you can have a video editing suite running alongside a game without the system choking. I tested it by opening Photoshop, importing a 4K video clip, and then launching a game session. Everything stayed responsive, and the SSD never seemed to hit a bottleneck. That kind of multitasking capability is perfect for creators who want to stream while they edit, or for students who need to switch between coursework and a bit of downtime without waiting for the computer to catch up. The keyboard deserves a mention beyond just the usual backlit aesthetic. It's a 3-zone RGB setup, which lets you assign colors to different sections for a subtle glow that doesn't distract you in a darkroom, but still gives that gamer vibe when you're in the zone. I found that the keys have a satisfying travel distance and a firm response, making long typing sessions for assignments or code a lot less tiring. The inclusion of a fingerprint reader built into the power button adds a quick, secure way to log in, which is a nice touch for anyone who's conscious about privacy but doesn't want to enter a password every time. Thermal performance is often the Achilles heel of compact gaming laptops, and the Triton does a decent job here. The dual-fan system with a copper heat pipe keeps the CPU and GPU within reasonable temperatures for most workloads. I could game for an hour at 90% GPU load and see the CPU hovering around 85 degrees Celsius, which is high but not alarming for a laptop of this size. The fan noise does get noticeable when you push the system hard, but it's acceptable for most indoor environments. Battery life, while not the primary focus for a gaming machine, is respectable. I got about 5 hours of light usage, streaming music and browsing, before needing to plug it back in. For a laptop that can run AAA titles, that's a decent compromise. Port selection is practical if you're used to a desktop setup. The Triton includes a USB-C port that supports power delivery and DisplayPort, a couple of USB-A slots for legacy peripherals, an HDMI 2.1 output for